Oh, hello, hello. We are live and welcome to the top secret design, which is not really going to be a top secret design. Um, I contemplated, I'm like, should I keep this, secretive, keep this to myself? And I was like, you know what? There's no real point. Because at the end of the day, what I've done, anyone can do. At least anyone who's got some design software and maybe a few thoughts on how to use it. So we're gonna just go with it. And if you like what you see, maybe hit that like button and maybe subscribe. This isn't my typical channel content, so be aware. It's usually a lot of gaming, but I might integrate some more design in there. My wife got me a 3D printer for Christmas, so I might just be making use of that quite a bit more these days. So right now, actually, what we've got in here, this is our final, not quite final layout, but mostly our final layout. I've got a 3060 Ti Founders Edition right here, and I've actually stripped some of the components off for this install. It took a little bit to get this whole deal here to fit. Now, obviously, I need to be cutting some holes in here and allowing for some ventilation. I haven't even designed the top and bottom piece yet, but I am working on getting that done. I need to sort of refine some of these panels. I've got some features in these corner pieces. This right here is a relief for a magnet to go in. And to give you an idea of how small this case is, these are the magnets that are going to be going in there. I don't know, you gonna focus or not. They're absolutely tiny. Let's just leave it at that. Well, here you go. They're 3 mm diameter magnets, so they're very tiny magnets, and that's going to be for the top cover to sit on. And then in the bottom, we're going to have a couple of hot press inserts. So I've got a group of inserts here that I'm going to be utilizing for the bottom portion to screw in, because this is actually going to be the support on the base that's going to be carrying our power supply, our riser cable that the GPU is going to be plugging into. Not really much of the weight. I might actually put a couple of bosses on the bottom to sort of support the weight of the GPU, but I've done some finagling to get this down to 7 liters. So right now we've got a width here of 219, so 0.5. So I'm gonna pull this baby on screen. So we got 219.5 by overall length is 244. You might be like, how the heck did you get 244 millimeters? Let's do a little cross section here to see a little bit of the trickery that's gone on here. So in order to get this specific design down to 7.0 liters, I've actually cut into these case panels. So these case panels are actually quite thick because they're plastic and they have to hold these hot press inserts. So this is like a 4.5 millimeter thick. So let me see, what is that? What is that in the inches for the inch folk? Let me see here. That would be 4 millimeters. I'm just using my vernier to make a conversion right now. There's probably 100 other ways that I could do that. Yeah, it's about 160 thou. So it's quite thick. It's a lot thicker than you would have like a standard metal panel, right? But I'm 3D printing all of this, and I'm using these hot metal inserts in order to do totally hidden hardware. So overall, you're going to see, hopefully, obviously with the 3D printing, this is not going to be as smooth and nice and pretty, but we'll see. I need to adjust this design. As you see, this is just mashing into that, but I will fix that. But right now, to get this, I've actually cut into this so that we're at like, what did I get? Like 1 millimeter thickness here. So that actually I've taken the IO piece off of the GPU. That's going to be fully removed, and it's going to be sitting in there on a ledge. And I'm going to be using the IO piece mounting hardware to actually mount it directly to the case panel. And then on the other side, there are these attachment holes that are on the Founders Edition cards. And I may actually just do the same here. I might not, just because it is kind of a little bit, well, it's a little bit redundant because this is already sort of held in place and I've already got a piece that's sort of carved out for this to sit in. But yeah, either way, we've got 244 in that direction. And this is with the 3060 Ti Founders Edition. I know there's shorter versions of the 3060 Ti that we could put in there, single fan, ones that won't even extend beyond the motherboard. And that would be great. That could actually bring this down significantly as far as size is concerned. We could probably lose another, oof. Actually, I'll just bring it to here because we would probably want another, we would want a fan in there. 40 mil. So we could probably take another 40 mil off of this. We could probably get under 6 liters if I had a single fan ITX size card. But I've got the dual fan 240 mil, 242 mil long Founders Edition. So that is in there. So that's 244. And then we have our height. So I'm going to have on the top here, there's going to be a piece that is 1.5 millimeters thick. And we're going to go all the way down to the bottom, which is going to have also a 1 millimeter thick part on the base there. So we're going to have 131 millimeters tall to give us 7.016. Now I know you're like 7.0 is what you said, 7.0 liters, yes. And if you round, it is a 7.0 liter case. Give me a break. But that is the facts. Now, my goal today is not necessarily, it's a little bit late. It's like 11 p.m., right? So my goal is to, let's get rid of this cutaway, is to get this guy designed nicely. Maybe adjust this right here a bit more. Why is that so far down? So far down. Let's see. Maybe I need to make this 129. Update. Boop. That's better. Okay, it's up there. Ooh, how far more? Half mil. Gonna take another half mil off there. $128.5. There we go. All right, that will be flat in there. Now I am gonna actually extend this up that 1 mil because it'll be a lot better just for keeping that line constant, and then you can have this plate here can be fully hidden when it's sitting on the ground. I haven't decided if I want to put feet on it yet. I can. Actually, I probably should, especially if we're going to have that fan right there. So we will probably have some feet on it, or we won't have feet, and we'll just have this sitting on its side. And there will be your whole thing. Right, and this will pull air in here, and I can actually even, I think, fit another fan here. How far are you? Nope, can't. Well, not a 120 mil at least. The only real wild card, thus, like right now, is if I can get the cable connector to bend down, because I only have a clearance of 9.5 mil, and that's not a lot. I could probably do it. I have a cable on order. It's not a 90-degree connector, but it's going to go in there, and my plan is to have that power connector bent over and then come down in here. And then also this, the PCIe connector, right? You can see here, there's not, maybe you can't see here, but there's not a lot of room between these two. And that's intentional. I'm going to be running the PCIe is going to come down here and then loop back around and then underneath. So that is going to be that. But let's see. On this one here, this guy, I'm going to, yeah, this guy needs to be shortened. How far? 1.5 mil. So right now, yeah, we'll shorten this by 1.5 mil. Minus 1.5. I like how you can do math in these. It's nice. Helps make it a little bit simpler. And since we are doing this side, we will also extend this part in. So I know here to here is, let's see, evaluate. We're going to measure 9.5 mil, 9.5 mil, and then from here to here, let's click away from those, here to here is 8 mil. So 8 mil and 9.5. So we're going to open this guy up. Right, here's our piece. And we are going to go all the way up to here. And I am going to convert that. Oh no, we're going to do extrude boss base. So we're going to add material. We're going to convert this block here. So we're going to get the sketch outline by hitting convert command. And we have our 2 circles here. This is going to be tangent to that, tangent to that. And this is also going to be tangent to that. I'm just going to ensure we get those flowy lines. And that one went like this, and then like this. Yeah. So this guy here is 9.5 at the top. 9.5. This, I believe, is 4. And this right here, I believe, is 10. And we're going to trim these. Boop. And boop. And boop. Boop. And that should give us that flow in. And then we're going to go down here. And we're going to do again another circular circle. I could do a mirror function, but actually, not. I am going to do a mirror function. That's going to be a lot quicker than just trying to figure stuff out. Right? So I'm going to go back to the assembly, and we're just going to see. Yes. Updating with that sketch. And I'm just going to see what's the center point between this. Oh, well, center point between this guy and this guy. Or actually, sort of the distance between those two is 98.64. Why is that so far? Okay. This will be probably less weird and more rounded. Distance is radius, yeah, center. Okay, 112.5. Okay, 112.5. And I thought this was okay. Oh, I gotta measure from that. 112.5, that's 8 mil. All right. 112.5. This here's 8 mil. Make sure that's adjusted. 112.5. Well, I'm going to put a line here. 112.5. We are going to go from here to here. This is going to be 112.5 divided by 2. Now we should be able to mirror about that. Mirror. So we can mirror this guy and this guy. Mirror you. That. That does not look right. Okay. Hey, where's Sabrina's stream? Why Jay's stream? A boot. I know. Stop making fun of my boots. Sabrina is actually right now working on the art piece right beside me. She is, I think she's a little bit streamed out and a little bit socialed out for the holidays. So she's taking a little bit of a break. She's still working on the piece. Never fear. But yeah, this is my art. My or lack of art there, or lack thereof. Let me just remeasure between these two. Oh, it's between the small ones. That's what it is. Yeah, no, she's definitely an introvert to the core. Much to her, my family does not help with that. Well, actually, it helps with like getting her out of her shell, but there we go. That's better. So that is actually where this needs to happen. So I can mirror these. So I select those. I created a line that's halfway between this point and the other extreme, so I can mirror them. And now it should be lined up properly on that side. And now I can add it onto the other side by going to the center point here and making another reference for this to mirror. But yeah, no, she's all socialed out, so she's just relaxing and unwinding into her artwork, which is absolutely perfect for her. They're wondering where your stream is. Yeah, you're popular. I told them you're a little bit socialed out, so you know, you're still working on it. You're just a little socialed out. Oh, there's the hand.
It's flipped. I don't know
I
where
know
to
it's
put my
flipped.
hand.
It's flipped. Your hand right here. Hello.
Hello.
And cameo. Look, she's got her drawing tablet glove on. Exclusive behind the scenes footage. So, so here I'm gonna convert these entities here just so I have a full squared off piece, because you can't create an extrusion in SolidWorks unless it has a fully enclosed profile. So I had to convert this to get a fully enclosed profile. And we are not going to go blind. We're going to go up to a surface. Up to surface. And it's going to be this surface. So now it's going to fill this in. And then, boop. See, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Isn't that just the prettiest thing you ever did see? Now the chamfer gets added on there. And it looks even prettier. And here, that guy's going to go up. And then here, I am going to actually do another extrusion here. I'm going to convert this profile, and because I have that profile converted, I'm just going to close this in because I wanted to extend. Remember how I was talking about extending that just so I can hide that bottom piece? If you haven't, oops. So here we go. Features, extrude boss / base. And also too, you should really follow my wife Sabrina. She's an incredible artist. Makes this stuff that I'm doing look like absolute garbage compared to her beautiful artwork. So we're gonna put 1 millimeter there. So this should be then popping out and fitting here. So I'm gonna save that. Go check how it looks in the assembly. Look at that. Update this. Perfect. it does align there, and this is a little bit thick. Why is that a little bit thick there? Oh yeah, I've got my clearance there. Yeah, it's I've got a clearance there because the hardware is going to pull this piece towards this surface, so it's going to pull it that way. So I've got a little clearance there with a little bit of extra stuff here so that when it gets pulled against that surface, this should be roughly even. Oh yeah, look at that alignment. Oh yeah. So now I need to also look at where is this to this is going to be 5 mil, 5 milli. And then this guy to this guy, I think that's also 5 mil. Yeah, so that's going to be 5 mil. So we're going to open this. I'm going to now add the piece. Oh, shoot. I forgot to get one other dimension here. This to here is also 3 mil. All right, so 3 mil from the edge and 5 mil from the tops. And now we are going to do an extrude cut. So we're going to cut a hole, and this should be relatively easy. We're just going to do a circle here and a circle here. And I'm going to also, again, utilize that mirror option. This is the importance of when you design a part. This is going to be the actual J station. Oh, this PC is going to be... Oh, you missed my measurements. I was measuring it before. But yeah, it's going to be 7 liters. So you're going to see, let me just finish this hole, and I'm going to go back to the back to the start here. This guy here is 5 mil from the top, and this is going to be 3 mil from there. Oops. 3 mil from there. And then the diameter of this, my hot inserts are 304. So we're going to go 3.04 to 3.5. So I'm going to be 310. We're going to do 3.1. Actually, we're going to do 3.15. There we go, 3.15. And I'm going to make this one here equal. So that then makes it the same size. I'm going to click on this guy here, make them vertical so they are oriented vertically. So I don't have to dimension from this surface to that. Now I just need to dimension from this to this. No, I'm going to dimension from... Yeah. And this to this. And that is going to be 5 mil again. Now we are going to mirror these. Mirror, mirror on. Finish this hole. That's what she said. Yes, indeed. Finish this hole. Just wait until I insert things. Oh, man. There we go. Oh. Engineering is a dirty language, let me tell you. It is probably one of the dirtiest. You're dealing with a lot of shafts and nuts and all sorts of things. I used to have a professor in my one fixtures, tooling and fixtures course. All right, we're going to save that. Going to go back to our assembly and see how this baby looks. And look at that. We are beautifully aligned there, and we are beautifully aligned here. So those holes is where I'm going to be putting these brass inserts in. So they're going to be totally hidden behind this, and I'll have access to screw in from the bottom, you know, just screwing here and screwing there, and it'll be great. So you wanted the size of my box, right? So we've got 219 mil, 219.5 mil wide. So yeah, you're looking at just under 220 mil wide. I think this is roughly let me just, is this like the size of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper? This is the legit J station. No, you better believe it. Here, I'll hide this component. You see, look at that. It's got the guts and everything. I didn't design these. I grabbed these from a CAD library to put in, and I'm just using them. This here I actually grabbed from the Alpha Cool website. Alpha Cool has a lot of CAD models that you can design. Like if I wanted to design my own, oh no, it's not gonna explode when it gets hot because it's never gonna get hot. All right, it's gonna have tons of ventilation. My plan is to have at least a 120 mil fan here, and then perhaps another 120 mil fan on the top. Yeah. Which will then pull air. This will pull air in, and this one will pull air out. But actually, realistically, we're going to have it probably sitting like this. So it'll be probably sitting like this. I'll probably have my some of my I/O stuff here. So I'll probably have any front panel I/O, maybe a power button. That'll all go here. No, it's not going to need... Never going to get hot. That's what she said. Yes. Wait, no. Wait, maybe. It's not going to have to sit in a vat of liquid nitrogen. It's going to be using this little bitty card here. This little 3060 Ti that I've got sitting around. It's not a very high... No, it's not going to be using a 4090. Yeah, right. No, it's a little 46 or 3060 Ti. Or who knows, maybe I should sell the 3060 Ti and like buy a smaller GPU. But yeah, no, it's not a super high powered one. I'm going to be using this for my home theater PC. That's my plan. Which is basically going to be my Nintendo emulator. And that's basically it. I did a Nintendo emulator with a iMac, or not iMac, with a Mac Mini. So I'll probably be doing something similar with this. But yeah, so we've got this panel done. Looks nice, pretty, right? Sits right up against this, but our GPU is going to get zero airflow. So let me just open this part. Let me just close that window there. I'm gonna close this measurement thing here. Oh wait, I didn't even finish measuring it for you. That's what he said. Anyways, 244 mil long, and then high, it's only like 131 mil high. So it's quite short, if you know what I mean. And yeah. Yeah, I've heard you I've heard you talking about the N64 controller made by Nintendo, and I've been looking for it. I can't find it. If you can you please like send me a link to it? I don't know, Amazon Japan maybe. I don't even know if it's available in North America. If it isn't, then maybe when I go to Japan, I'll buy it and bring it home. Because, yeah. Oh, I have to buy it from Nintendo themselves. So I can't go on Amazon and get it. I have to get it from Nintendo. So I'll have to go to their headquarters in Japan. And be like, "Sumimasen, controller desu?" Yeah, they definitely just sell the poop ones. All right, so now we're going to add some air holes to this baby. Air holes. Actually, you know what I might do? What might be a good idea is, yeah, I'm going to do a little bit of a cutout in this. And then I'm going to do another cutout. Or should I just do... Just thinking 3D printing wise, if I do like a cutout in here, okay, yeah, I know. If I do a cutout on this side and I lay it flat on the bed and I print it, lay it flat on the bed. Oh man. See, now I have to worry about everything I say, Keiko, now that you're here. All right. So if I'm laying this on the printing surface and let's see, if I lay this flat on the printing surface, it'll print fairly well. But if I try and cut into this side to make it thinner, it won't. I'll have to, actually, no, the majority of this is sitting on here. If I add supports on these corners, I should be good. Yeah, you know what? I am going to do it. Plus, it'll use a whole lot less material. So, we are going to do a little cutaway. Extrude cut. Now, before we do that cut, I'm just going to do another convert command. So that brings that there. And this should be relatively easy. We're going to offset this. All right, we're going to reverse this. When I hit offset, it just grabs the whole chain and it offsets it in. It's a nice little frame here. Let's offset it in maybe 5 mil. I think 5 mil's nice, yeah. 5 mil's not bad. Yeah, we'll go in 5 mil. And then we will, oh, we got some bad stuff there. Let me just undo that. We're going to offset that again. Maybe we'll offset a little bit less. Here, let's go like 2 mil. Awesome, thank you. It is Jay Spinay, and I'm here. Yeah, it's a 2-day consecutive stream. I'm going absolutely wild here. Let's see. We're going to go 2.5 mil in, maybe. There we go. Got a nice little line here. Now we're going to extrude this. Do our extrude cut in here. We're going to cut this out that way, not through all. We're going to go blind, and we're going blind. I'm going to offset it from this surface. I want to leave at least we're going to leave 1.5 mil. Let's say 1.5 mil. Right? I don't want it too thin, but I don't want it too thick either. So we're going to offset that 1.5 mil. And then we're going to add a nice little chamfer around here, because why not? Chamfers are cool, man. Not fillets. Get that garbage out of here. Chamfer that. Yeah. Not a 10 mil. We're going to do like a 3 mil chamfer. That 3 mil chamfer is way too big. Oh, you know what we're going to do first? Before we do the chamfer, we're going to do a fillet here. Oh, that's nice. No, we're not going to do 10 mil. We'll do 5 mil. Yeah, 5 mil's got a nice little flow to it. Get rid of that stress point that we're getting in that corner. Yeah, it looks nice. It doesn't really matter that it looks nice because this is all going to be inside. What is wrong with me? Yeah, if it's too thin, you don't want it to rip during action. It's way too big of something you've never heard before. Stop giving. It's way too big. I might do Alan Wake tomorrow too. You never know. Oh, man. You never know. You never want it too thin. That is true. Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me. Oh my gosh. I've definitely heard it's way too big. Listen, I don't want to. I don't know. I feel like you both are gonna gang up on me in here. I feel like you're both gonna gang up on me in here. All right, let's go here. I'm gonna do a nice chamfer on this. Maybe like what, 1 mil? Let's see how that looks. That's a little bit big. Let's go 0.75. I don't know why. I just like to break edges. If you know what I mean. It just looks nicer that way. Right? Boopity boop. Actually, you know what? This bottom part's here. No, those bottom parts, edit the sketch. I am going to actually I'm going to actually convert this one. And then I'm also going to convert this one. And then we're going to offset those two. We're not going to select the chain. I'm going to offset that in 2.5 mil. I accidentally grabbed the, oh, come on. that one in. All right. I just have to do 2 different offset commands. There we go. 2.5 mil in. Boop. But yeah, it's gonna be a joke saying I was going to get ganged up on, but I won't make it. Thank goodness you didn't make it spinning. It would have been a disaster if you did. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's see. Let's get back to it. Getting harassed on my own stream. We're gonna get out of here, and then we're gonna update this cut, extrude, edit this feature. So rather than that contour, we're gonna select the space. It's gonna ruin my fillet, which I'm fine with. We'll just edit it. We'll use the new edges then. I'll just fill it with that. Here we go. Oh no, not the fillet. No, we're using the fillet for the interior here, and then we're going to use the chamfer later on. Don't you worry. You start with the fillet, and you end with the chamfer. There we go. Edit this chamfer. Yeah, I know you're missing an edge. You're just losing your edge. All right, now that we've got a little bit of a thicker wall on this guy. Actually, you know what? I'm not gonna do that. All right. So here we go. And now we are going to create, we're going to extrude this, and let's add, I don't know. What should we do? Should we do a whole pattern? Confuses, that's what she said. Confused, that's what she said. Oh no, not the fillet. This is, I don't even know what she said that about. All right, so we're going to put some air holes in here. Now what should we do? What are you thinking? Should we add some hexagons? Should we add some circles? Should we add some slots? Oh yeah, the air holes. This is to keep it cool. Do we want to go slots? Bestigons. Hexagons, bestigons. All right, we'll do hexagons. Let's see. We'll start in the center with a hexagon like that. Obviously, we'll do... All right, we'll do smart dimension. This guy here is going to be what? The inner diameter of that hexagon. We'll make it a 5. 5 mil hexagon. Now some slots around the hex. All of the above slots around the hex. Should I do slots radiating out from the hex? That would be kind of neat. Maybe I will do that. Ooh. All right. So let me do a pattern here, where we are going to go with this guy. Actually, you know what? I need to first fully define it. I need this to be black. There we go. Now it's black, which means it's fully defined. If it's blue, it's not good. You like everything you just heard. All right, we're going to see what we can do here. Let's see. We'll do a linear sketch pattern. All right, so we'll grab this hexagon here. Boop, boop. No, this is not direction. Not direction 2. We are going to go, yeah, the direction 1 is going to be that way. Direction 2 is going to be that way. Entities to pattern. This, and this. And we are going to go, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we're going to go this way. 2, 3, 4. And we're going to increase our spacing here. Ooh, that's nice. That's really close to that edge there. Okay. Oh. No, 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 no. Widen these guys. Can this go to there? Ooh, will they all radiate? Octagons on the other side. Hexagon, octagon. I think you're just getting a little bit out of hand here. This is a little crazy. I know there's a lot of sides to this story, but this is maybe too many sides. Right? Let's see. We'll go... Yeah, because if we space it out... No, let's maybe get rid of that pattern. We'll do something like this. Maybe we'll do a radial pattern here. So we'll do this guy and this guy here. We're going to go vertical on that, vertical on that. Stuff. And then we just go. One day I will let you meet your sister in her civil engineering jokes. You two will get along. I have a feeling probably too. Although civil engineers aren't real engineers. I'm just kidding. They are real engineers. Please, civil engineers, don't close all my roads. Thank you. No, I have a civil engineering friend. I always make that joke. But just being a mechanical engineer, I don't know. I think there's a certain amount of elitism that goes along with mechanical engineers. I don't want to be that person though, you know? Let's say we go 2 mil out and then I don't know, what if this even just goes right to here? I'll go collinear on that. And then instead of this, we could do a circular pattern. Parameters, well, we'll go around this guy here. Entities to pattern, not that. The point that we're going to be going around is going to be there. And entities. So we're going to pattern this, 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 this. And we'll do 6. See? Now they're all coming off the edge there. See, though, if we have that, we could do that, but that wouldn't be good. She had dreams of building her own bridges. And then she did. She inspects bridges in the middle of nowhere, New York, upstate. Yeah, that makes sense. You know what she should do? Is she should get her PMP, her project management professional. So my friend, he's got his PMP. He basically just says what he wants. He's from Australia. He was working in LA. And he basically decided partway through working at this place that he's like gonna go back to Australia. He's like, you know what? So he just goes to his boss and he's like, I'm going to Australia in a month and I'm not coming back. I can work remotely if you're all right. I can, come in for morning meetings and maybe some evening meetings be with the time change. But aside from that, I'm going to be working from home in Australia. And it was so funny because basically they were like, okay, we'll let you do that. And yeah, so it was really interesting how they were like, yeah, okay, sure. So he's managing stuff in LA from Australia, which is great. I don't know how I feel about this. I kind of want to just do like a pattern of hexagons sort of nested in with each other. Uh, this feels like, I don't know. I could go radial with it. Like I could go like a lot more. I could go like maybe 12. We could do even like a 24. But I feel like, nah, the slots would have to be, I think, I'd have to probably be like linear with the slots. And I don't know how I feel about them. Oh shoot, did my camera just freeze? No, my camera didn't freeze. You added a music bot to the server. Oh, sweet. I didn't notice. Not yet, at least. You spent all day coding it? Oh my gosh. That's awesome. I will definitely check it out. All right. First things first, though. I'm going to get rid of this slot. I don't want to slot shame, but the slot has got to go. Oh, she's... Oh. I know she's making more money freelancing, inspecting rides for Six Flags than she is her main job. I have to listen to her complain all the time, not using her main degree. Such a loose slot. Oh, those slots. All right, we're gonna go linear pattern with this guy here, and we are gonna entities to pattern. We're gonna pattern these hexagons again. I feel like, yeah, you know what? I feel like I should do another hexagon here. And then pattern this. So this here and this here will be parallel. And also they will be, I don't know why this is suddenly blue, but this will be, I don't know what, 1 mil between them. These will all be equal. And what? I think this will be, can this be? Okay, good. So there we go. And can I do my pattern now? Can I do my pattern now? Will this pattern work for me? Perhaps. Do do do. Let's see, distance. Oh my, that's a lot. One second here. This to this is what? 1.15 mil. This to this is what? 9.81 mil. Fun kind of side story. I did manage to get her into some basic level of gaming with stuff like Mini Metro, All Quiet Roads, and Polybridge. Polybridge sounds like something that a civil engineer would love. Just saying. I'm gonna get rid of that 5 mil on that. That I think just doesn't translate to a nice number on these. I'm gonna do this 5 mil instead. That 1 mil. So now this should be a nice number. Distance 8.65. No, it's not. 8.65 distance between these 1.15. Distance. All right. All right, we'll do this pattern here. Boop, boop. That's a little better. There we go. And make a little string of hexagons just traveling along here. Tra la 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 la. Doot. And tra la 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 la. But the vertical should not be 10. Okay, we'll do 5. Beautiful. Ah, that looks so nice. Ah, no, not like that. There we go. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Uh-huh. Isn't that just delightful? Look at that. We've got hexagons all over the place. It's gorgeous. You know, it's a good basic game to get someone into gaming. Devil May Cry. This is a lie. I think that is a lie. Determined that that was a lie. All right, you know what I'm going to do now? I am going to convert that inner portion. Devil May Cry 3 was the hardest game of its time. Perhaps it was. Oh, there's probably a quicker, easier way to do this. Probably, yeah, but you know what? Oh, am I going to crash my computer? No, we're going to do selected contours. There we go. I don't think that is very even. I need to actually fix that. We're going to cancel this eventually. Because camera controls suck. Yeah. They certainly do. Mm-hmm. What if I just make this 1? Boop. And I made this right here 1. Well, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? And what if I made this to this? Oh man, what did I do? What did I do? Ooh, that actually creates a neat little ziggy-zag slot pattern. Ooh, maybe I would do a slot pattern on this. Let's see. We can make that 5. 5. Ooh, that's not a happy 5 there. You know what? What if I made it like this now? What? 1 mil? Boop. But that is not 1 mil. Oh, well, you know what? I'll accept it. Is that like an angle now? I think it is. Oh, that does not look good to me. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Yeah, you know what I should do? Not make an absolutely massive sketch like this, because this gets heavy. Very heavy. What I should do is put in another one here. These will be equal. This will be no. No, no, we will not do that. Come on. Allow me to select you so I can delete you. Horizontal. No, we're going to pick those parallel. And yeah, we'll go 1 mil here. And 1 mil here. Oop. Oh, I like that. Kind of like that pattern. And now I'm going to do quickly just a linear sketch pattern. We're going to pattern these. And we're not going to do it in that direction. Or maybe we'll just do it in that direction. Oh, that looks weird. Yeah, that does look weird. Don't like that. No, this does not be 1 mil. These and this, oops, those will be vertical. For the sake of that. And then what actually needs to happen, so I can put some little lines in here. I'm gonna put you there. Get rid of that. This is just gonna go horizontal. Oops. Not what I wanted to do. Connect that. Lock that to the midpoint of that line. This line is already locked. So now we click on that and we make it horizontal. This will move this up. So this point is centered between those two. Sure. How did you do that? Thought I made you coincident with the midpoint on that. And this. Yes. That is why. I need to get rid of that. Now, if we make this horizontal, then it moves up. I was like, I will show you this neat trick. It does not work. Well then. 1 mil. We're going to go here. We're going to go 1 mil here. There we go. That should give us a nicer, much nicer pattern. All right, we're going to go linear sketch pattern. I will sketch you. There is an easy, well, not necessarily an easier way. I saw someone do this with within actually the 3D printing software. So in the 3D printing software, you can actually set up instances where you have 7 mil, no, 9. Ooh, that 9? Is it gonna be 1 mil between those two? No, it's not. One. That's not how I want to do it, though. All right. I am stalling out on this sketch pattern here. That is not at all what I wanted to do. Why must you do this to me? Entities to pattern. You know what we're going to do? We're going to extrude cut through all this. all. Selected contours. Yes. Cuts them all. There we go. All the air holes we need right there. Boom. Done. No, I'm just kidding. Now I'm going to do a linear pattern. That direction. Actually, we're not going to do that pattern yet. Just need to know from here to here is how far. 9.98. Measure, measure, measure. We're going to evaluate. We're going to get a little bit of a nicer one. No, that's 9.62. So 9.62 millimeters. That's going to be our spacing. 9.62 millimeters. So we're going to go back to here. Linear pattern. We're going to do that one. 9.62, 9.62. There we go. And okay, I can do that. I can live with that. And then we'll go up. Now we'll go here, 9.62 as well, I believe. 6.2. Not 6.62, 6.2. And we'll go, oop. Oh, he's skipping one here. Oh dear. Oh, that actually looks kind of cool though. Oh, instances to skip. Nice. I can skip that one in the corner. That's me in the corner. Mm-hmm. Now we can do instances to skip. This one. Boop. That's fun. Oh, that's really fun. And we'll go like that. Oh, that's an interesting pattern. I actually don't hate it, but interesting nonetheless. Let me see here. Edit this feature. Oh. Should this have been like 10.62 maybe? That might have done it. All right. Additional instances to skip becomes that one, that one, that one. Actually, no, we're just going to drop one of those rows. There we go. Okay, I kind of like that. I think that looks all right. And now we will start mirroring. So we're going to take that pattern and we will mirror that pattern about the right plane. Perfect. Boop. And then we'll mirror that about the right plane. And then we'll have all the holes that we need in this little old panel here. I'll mirror the mirror on that top plane. And boom. There we go. We've got ourselves a nice little ventilated panel. Oh, I like that. I kind of like that. Kind of like how the center is that sort of mixed one, and then the rest. That is kind of cool. I wonder if I should have had another piece in that kind of mirrored, like that bottom section there, maybe. What if I did another one here? Like, what if I just added another hexagon? Let's see what it does. Hey, let's just add one and see if that propagates that. We're going to say those are going to be parallel. This is also going to be beta. This is going to be equal. And then this is going to be or vertical rather. And then what if we just did that? And then in this, we changed this one. Boom. Hey. Ultimate ventilation achieved. Loading, loading. Oh, Solidworks, are you going to take a dump? No, you're not. All right, save, quick, before it crashes. There we have it. That is a nice mesh pattern. Oh, it even has a little offset here and a nice little surface. So if I did want to, I could actually probably put some like dust guard type mesh in there. Let's see how this looks on the old thingamajigger here. Hey, how do you look on the old PC case there? Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Very nice. Yeah, we got a little space here now. Now our fans on our 3060 Ti will not be starved for air. Ooh, both sides. Hot dog. Done and done. Now, I am debating on this part here to actually add like a ledge on it for this to sit on. So this doesn't have to have like a large piling that goes all the way to the bottom. So I do have these as the same, and then I'm going to probably put like a similar pattern on that there. But I think that looks pretty nice. You know, we're going to have this like so. And yeah. These babies here were a little bit of a trick. I had to get, because I had to bring this GPU as close to this edge as possible. It was such a pain. So I had to like really carve into this. These used to be just a straight piece, but in order to get the spacing, to get that in there and to have that clearance, I had to like carve into this. It's pretty nuts. And actually, here's one of the pieces here that I printed. It's like it's really quite small. Like this is the height of the case right here. Right? So it's going to be a really tiny case. And it's only once you start printing it out do you realize really the scale of how small this case is going to be. So I've got, yeah, a few of these guys printed. And so I think I might actually set this guy up to be printed tonight. And I'm very curious how that's going to end up looking. And I'm actually very curious as to just, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to probably set that up. and I'll run the program on it. Ooh. Oh, I've got an idea. What if I take this and I just do a face chamfer on this? Let's see. Will this crash Solidworks? Will you crash Solidworks? Will you crash? This is usually how you crash Solidworks, is you try and give it a buttload of chamfers or fillets to do. Usually it's the fillets that kill it. The fillet will kill it. But look at this. The wheel's just spinning. The old 5950X is just chugging away, begging for something to put it out of its misery. I'm actually curious what my no, not there. Ah, it's running a command. Okay, we're gonna wait for the command to finish. Uh-huh. Just gonna run. Ooh, dear. Just gonna run my hardware command here. Hardware info. I'm just very curious, like, what is happening right now with my CPU, as SolidWorks is just trying its darndest to do this. Well, let's see. And the CPU is sitting at around 55 Celsius. Yeah, the interview you told me about. It was a disaster? Oh no. What happened? Not well, it obviously not from your side. Yeah, guy shows up late, strike one for him. Starts just asking a bunch of unrelated questions. Sounds about right with what you were telling me. Like they didn't have any sort of answers for you on like questions you had for prepping for the interview. What? He read your resume just before the interview started? Like, wouldn't it make sense for him to like read your resume before inviting you for an interview? What? Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so he's doing the technical interview portion. All right, that kind of makes sense then, I guess, that he would be underprepared as far as that, because he might not have even had access to it until the interview. Hmm. Okay. Okay, so he gives you bad sample input, so your code breaks because his input was bad and didn't conform to the question. So you had to fix the input for him and walk him through what the fix is. All right. Maybe intentional. Okay. Honestly, I'll tell you from the perspective of somebody who has done these interviews, um, Yeah. So you're killing it as far as like doing these things. The level of grade 10 students can do question 2. You know how to do it. But you need to call a built-in function for it. Okay. Ask if I can quickly reference API docs before or because I want to double check. Okay. He won't let you? That is the dumbest thing ever. Oh my gosh. Because you won't have access to the internet when you're working there. So you do it like he says, okay. It gets the function wrong. And your script crashes at runtime. Oh my gosh. When you started coding, all right. He told you just open up file. Do you tell him that you're gonna open up dog? And he's like, what's up dog? You're like, not much. Do you want me to open some file I already have? Or make a new file? Okay. Gosh. Yeah, he just told you to open up a file. I thought it was maybe like, let's take a look at some code you've written. Yeah, like, if it tells you to open a file, do whatever you want to. What? Oh, whatever works. Okay. Oh, I wish I could cancel this command. All right, I'm gonna probably close SolidWorks quick. I'm still listening, T-Spinny. So you open up a project, yeah. Oh, I don't want you to make changes to your project. What does that mean? Oh my gosh. This guy. He sounds like a real winner. Was like, I don't want to sound like a dick or anything, but like, was English like his second language or something? Are you sure? Because, I don't know. You managed to get in. What's your onboarding process? Gives you very little time to ask you questions. Tells me the onboarding is watch a few training videos before you get started. So it sounds like their onboarding process is about as established as their interviewing process. Also, you found out that the hiring manager intentionally ignored you? What? Like as like that's their interview strategy? That's really dumb. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like this company you interviewed for has some inherent issues. Yeah. And then you have somebody asking you to do confusing things. That was pretty messed up. I can't believe it. Well, yeah, you do zero prep work, you trip up on those simple questions. It's, I don't know, like you could tell a lot about a company by their interviewing process, right? Like, companies too, you hear those like horror stories, right? About like where the one interviewer like intentionally like berates you and tries to see, how do you deal with pressure, and they use these sort of tricks to, push you to your limit to see if you can be there. It's like, yeah, that's just we have a toxic work environment, and we have no intention of changing that toxic work environment, and we just want to see if you'll be able to work in this toxic work environment. Tesla's interview is you really need to praise how awesome Elon is. Hey, you got to worship at the altar of Elon. That's just how it is. All right. True story. Yeah, well, they figured out how to sing Elon's praises. He showed us his interview stuff. Oh man. Elon is my favorite of all the lizard kings. Oh, you did? Nice. Did they call you back, or do they like know when they're gonna make a decision with that other interview? I wouldn't be surprised if you got a call from this other interview. Oh, okay, they're on Christmas break. Perfect. But yeah, this last one, this like Gong Show interview that you just attended, I wouldn't be surprised if they call you and they're like, "Yeah, would you be interested in working here?" Okay, nice. That's awesome. And were they like pretty organized with their interview, pretty structured? See, like you get to see a lot of like how a company operates, right? If they're just sort of like going off the cuff, speaking with other candidates, whatever. You know what? You're probably up in there. You know what though? Who knows? Maybe they're looking to hire a few different candidates, right? No, they're just gonna hire one. Well, needless to say, if they do not hire you, but you're like up there on their list, when an opportunity opens up, they'll usually sort of circle back to that list, right? Or circle back to you if you're up there. So, thank you. David will likely be reaching out in the next 2 days or in early January to speak with them. I'll be in touch once we have additional information. All right. Well, once they call me for my reference, I'll let them know. Hmm. Now we've got these patterns here. I think I probably should do one here. We're moving forward with candidates, including you, now, and hope to have a final decision by the first week of January. Okay, that's nice that they tell you when they're gonna make their decision, right? Because like then at least if you don't hear anything in the first week of January, then you've been passed up, right? And you're not like sort of like holding out hope. Well, that's good. That sort of shows that they're an organized company and they kind of know what they're doing. So that's the kind of company you want to work for. A 3-day break with no notice to you. Yeah. It had, oh, okay. Yeah, that could be a little bit rough. Let's see this design here. I'm gonna do a similar deal. So here's that panel. You can see where there's the cutaway. Yeah, they probably wouldn't let every candidate know, but I'm gonna convert that. Offset that and convert this guy here too. Convert this guy here too, and then offset this guy. Oops, reverse that. Put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. Ah. Well, you know what though? It'll probably, they'll probably figure it out. And I'm pretty sure you'd be on there. Like even though like your contact was sort of like gone for like I don't know what, a day or so. Hmm. Second here. Just gonna add a little buffer here. 10 mil. Sent 4 emails between those 3 days following up. Really needed to know about this interview. You know what though? It's alright. It shows that you care. Right? Nah, I think it's better. It shows that you're on the cautious side and you err on the side of communication, right? You're not like, I figure it's all good. But you sort of like continue and you follow up. I think overall it's a good thing. So I wouldn't be too worried. Offset this from the surface here, 1.5 mil. Boop. There we go. Okay, I'm just speaking from somebody who has interviewed people and has interviewed candidates. Yeah, if there was somebody who was like emailing me for information while I was like away on vacation or something or family emergency or something, I would feel bad when I got back to the office that I didn't email them back. Especially if they had questions and especially if they had good questions about, items, about how they can be prepared and that like I think those are all marks of somebody who's serious about the job, who wants to do a good job, and takes pride in their work. And those are things that I, as an interviewer, would want to see in a person. Like those would be all like green flags for me. Like, yeah, this person for sure. So I wouldn't be too concerned in that regard. Do a little hole here. I think I did 3.15. Is the diameter on those other ones? Yeah. It's 3.15. Yeah, the only red flag that I ever had from somebody that I was interviewing was somebody that came like super early for the interview. Like super early. And there's like multiple candidates that I was interviewing for. And they were just like, and we're like, oh yeah, do you want to like go step out? There's a place, the cafe down the road you can go and, hang out. you know, while you wait, because there's like three other people who are going to be coming in and interviewing before you. And they're like, no. And then just like, it just sort of set like this awkward tone for the entire time. And yeah, it was super awkward. And thankfully, too, well, not thankfully. Okay, yeah, thankfully, they didn't have a lot of experience. I say thankfully mostly because, when I do that, I can just make this vertical with the other. But yeah, I say that too just because when I'm interviewing, I already know if the person is capable of doing the job before I call them in for the interview. If I don't know that they're capable, I don't call them because it's just a waste of my time to call people that I don't think are capable or educated enough to be able to fulfill the position. Uh, Usually, I'm just interviewing them as like a vibe check, just to see if they fit with the team, if they're going to do well or not. And oops, we're gonna offset this sketch. Not offset. We're gonna mirror. Gotta put a reference for the mirror first. Oops. And now we can. So yeah, that's for me when I'm interviewing. That's more so about it. Also, sort of, you know, any sort of cues as to whether or not, yeah, as to whether or not they're going to be taking the job seriously. Um, Sort of how they conduct themselves. Are they going to be just a pain in the butt in general, or are they going to be, you know, somebody who like somebody who's like, oh, you know, I don't have my own car, and it's like very clearly in the requirements for the job, it's like you have to have your own transportation, and there's no like public transit to my work, so it's like, yeah, um, or no public transit nearby, so it's just like, what are you expecting? Let's see, there's a chamfer here that I need to, yeah. That guy needs to be chamfered as well. Everybody wants a chamfer. I had one tell you need your own MacBook. Like, dude, I don't have $2,000 laptop. Honestly, it's really weird that somebody would like require that. It's like, listen, if you can code, unless they have like some sort of like strictly controlled like office ecosystem, I don't know. Oh, fair enough. If they've got that, then yeah, if you can't really transfer your code from one to the other, yeah. No, well, that makes sense then from that perspective for sure. Got this here. I'm gonna add a, ooh, what's the, gotta check out what the old bolt pattern is on 120 mil fan. Hmm. You can tell I've got a bit of an automotive background when I'm like, I need to find the bolt pattern on this. It looks like it's a 105 mil hole-to-hole diameter. Let's see. I should just check on this model from Alpha Cool because they are alphas and they're cool. What are we looking at? Distance 99.76 millimeters. Really? 99.76 millimeters. Doesn't make sense, or does it? A great resource, by the way. Yeah, oh, they're saying 105 millimeter. That's from Noctua. You know what I'm going to trust? Where is... Oh, here's Arctic. They're talking here. They're saying 108 millimeters. Is it 105? 108? You know what? You know who had this? Silverstone has an excellent library. Fan hole spacing. Let's see. I'm looking it up. We're looking at, what did I say? Silverstone. Yeah, Silverstone Technology, they have like an excellent sort of like blog of like dimensions on all sorts of PC components, standards, all that jazz. So I don't know. I feel like I trust them. 120 mil fans. Oh, this is just their products. I don't care about your products, Silverstone. Sorry. Unless you guys want to send me products. I won't say no. You know what? We're just going to trust this. For now. I'm going to change the bolt pattern as I see fit. But yeah, it looks like they got 99.76. And actually, you know what? Measure this with evaluate. 105. Come on. What were you telling me? Where was that? Where was that 99.8 coming from? Down here is saying some weird stuff. All right, 105. My goodness. All the people that were misinformed. Let's see here. Go to our bolt pattern for our fan here. 105. Actually, you know what? That's not a good way to do it. Better way to do it is we'll do a center rectangle. Go here. Boop. We'll select the midpoint here. We'll center it there. And you know, we'll center this here as well. Why not? And we'll go 105. 5. And of course, we'll make you equal. Boop. Lovely. Lovely. I will not do that. We are going to select the midpoint on that. And we are going to make that, no, this guy here. And this guy here. I'm going to get rid of that orientation there. And we are going to I don't know, you have zero confidence in your interviewing abilities now. You know what? Different interviews or different interviewers have different things that they prioritize. They have different things that they look for. I'm gonna move that there. What's going on? Sit. Oh, I think it's this guy here. Yeah, that's what I'll get rid of. Midpoint. There we go. But yeah, bad interviews, you can't really put yourself out for like bad interviews. The only bad interviews are ones where you're not qualified for the job. If you went to interview and you're qualified for the job, I think a big part of that is finding out, you know, are the people that are here, are they the ones that are going to be fitting on the team? Are they going to be able to let's see. I was just like, there was one, we spent almost 8 hours doing interview rounds. Do the last round, that I thought it went super well and got ghosted. 2 weeks later, got told I have no conviction for what they do. What? No conviction for what they do? What did they do? These are going to be equal. Then the job got posted back up, obviously. Make these, I don't know what. How big are fan screws? How big are my only fan screws? Hmm? Oh, I got some fan screws right here I can measure. Make sure these holes are big enough. That's always funny though, like when you get sort of like not accepted for an interview, or not accepted for a job from an interview, and then you like see the job posting come back up. That's always kind of funny to me. Let's see, 4.8 is the major diameter on fan screws. We'll go 5.5 on these holes. Make sure there's at least a little bit of room. Okay. Now you know we'll go 6 mil. But yeah, it's kind of vindication that the company themselves don't really know what they're doing. Like when you get like when you go to an interview that you know you're qualified for, and they just sort of like totally, I don't know. See, we got some pretty flat. $661. I'm gonna put some chamfers on here. So you know what? Chamfers are the name of the game. And we're gonna go, what? How thick are these chamfers? They're like 1 mil. 1 mil. 1 mil and let's go 375 to 6.5. 375 to 6.5. All right. I'm just going to use Solidworks to do some math here. All right. We've got 1 mil here. This guy here is perpendicular to that. This is a weird thing. All right. 1 mil. Actually, let's just go normal. It's this. All right, this is what we're sketching on. We're going to go here, here, here. This is let's see. Kind of wondering what the angle on these. These are 6.5. 6.5 divided by 2. Got this right here. And I don't know if this is really going to affect it, but this to here is 3.72. 3.72 divided by 2. Oof. And this to here is 1 mil. So this angle here is what? 35 degrees. Okay. So we want to do a 35-degree chamfer on here. Chamfer. 35 degrees. And you are not going to be 10 mil, you're going to be 1 mil. Ooh, but is it reversed? Yeah, it's a bit flatter. We don't want that. This is 45, yeah. So it's going to be 55 degrees. That's what it is. Boop. So these will be here for that fan to sit flush. Or those fan. Did not hear a word you said. Flatter like your chest. Oh, man. Oh, you're typing somewhere else? Oh, no. All right, let's see. We got this here. Oof, it is getting close to 1 o'clock in the morning. We're going to stop it there. I'm going to continue on. I'm going to put that grid pattern in here. You did miss the opportunity to zing. Sorry about that, but as he sips his maple syrup. Actually, this is not maple syrup. This is Kilkenny Irish Cream Ale. A delightful beer. Oh, I did make some more apple pie today with maple syrup sweetened pie filling. But yes, here we go. I'm gonna put a chamfer on here because why not? Why not? 0.75, I believe. Oh, is that chamfer also 35 degrees? 55 degrees. No, we want this to be 45 again. There we go. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is definitely going to be printed like so. And I love how I got the cutout for the other thing. You know what? I am going to have that other part here. Probably put some holes there for those other hardwares. Just to mount that GPU there a little bit more so. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to put a hole here, or not hole, but I'm going to put that mesh there. And then we will have some airflow coming in from that. This guy here is going to actually pull some air in as well and dissipate it with, this fan's actually going to pull air through. This is going to be pulling air in and pushing out. I'm wondering if I should vent this one, if this should be pulling air out, especially if I'm putting it like this, right? It's going to sit like this. This should be pulling air out. No, I think this should be pulling air in, because it'll be blowing air in towards the CPU cooler. The only issue is that if we have a positive pressure in here, it's going to want to push air out of there. But if I'm pulling it out this way, it's going to be negative air pressure. I could probably put some like 80 mil fans in here, but I don't have any 80 mil fans. If my problem is only fans with this case, I'll accept it. But yeah, I'm going to get that mesh pattern on here. But I am going to print this panel. I think this panel here is ready to print. I'm very curious how that will fit together. And then once that one's printed and ready, I'm going to probably put some supports on here. Probably something for this guy here to go on. But yeah, this will just sort of sit. And that other mesh, or this other panel here will probably be all mesh. This side here. Totally mesh. Well, except for right here. Actually, yeah, it'll be just mesh here. Yeah. I'm excited for how this will go. It's starting to look good. It's starting to look like a PC. I'm opening an OnlyFans for my PC. It's a niche market, you know, for like the smaller bodied, the smaller builds, you know. But who knows, maybe it'll get some traction with these fans. Yeah, what are we looking at here? Height from the motherboard here is going to be... No, not to there, to here. What are we looking at? Surface to this surface, 55.7 millimeters. So not a lot of clearance, especially if we're going to use the stock Intel cooler. But yeah. Captain D said I have underdeveloped milkers. Bro. It's true, actually. If you ask my wife, I have absolutely useless milkers. No, wait, you have photo evidence of him saying that or photo evidence of my underdeveloped milkers? That's my main question. Both? Perks up. Jay's got shit milkers. Listen, my wife tells me all the time I've got useless nipples. All right? They're useless. They don't do anything. It's okay. So do I. I know. We'll form a club. You know, she tells me I've got useless nipples, but I'm like, you know what? I've got a couple of good points. You know when you made the Spin-A model? Yeah? The first thing is you dragged it as far to the left as possible. Yours aren't... Okay, technically yours are not supposed to... Left equals small. Oh. You know what? I'm not about to say anything to anybody about anything. All right? But I will tell you this, Keiko. Yours are not supposed to be productive unless you've had a baby. Like, and even then, that's not even a guarantee, right? Because not everybody even produces the milk when it happens. So, you know, and that has nothing to do with anything, really, other than hormones. Biology with Jay. It's true. You never know. You never know. Sometimes stuff happens, like, right? Like, and, you know, the milk just doesn't get produced. So, there you go. I did say it. Yeah, you did say that Sabrina should draw me pregnant during her art stream. You'd pay money to see you'd pay money to see Sabrina draw a pregnant Jay, or would you pay money for the pregnant Jay piece? Or both? I don't feel comfortable with this this money-making endeavor. Both. Oh shoot. My wife's looking at me with dollar signs in her eyes right now. You pay money to not see that? Oh man, I can make so much money. Tell you what, Spinny, you pay me a certain amount of money and I make sure I won't yeah, I won't even share the link with you. There you go. Oh my gosh, pregnant Jay. Sweet Jay with child. Sweet Jay with baby. They're harassing me on my stream. They're talking about a sweet baby carrying Jay. They're harassing me for my useless nipples.
Oh, they're useless.
They are.
They are useless.
They are. They're terrible. All those poor people coming here for a Solidworks stream and hearing about my nipples. This is terrible. They're like, I just wanted to learn about design software. And here you are talking about your nipples. How dare you, sir? How dare you? How dare you? Meep. Oh, I guess I could, like, show a bit of, how to mate things in here. You know what, Jay? This is extremely entertaining. Oh, you're only here for the maple syrup content. You know what? It is entertaining, but you know what the problem is people do not, you know, insert another fan here. So I just hit control and you can click drag and create a new part. I'm going to delete this part. And I'm going to just show sort of how you can mate in this delightful program. So here you can actually click the surfaces that you want to interact with. Oh yeah, insert it. Oh my god. Can't go.
I knew it.
This is not this is not that kind of a stream. This is the best. You need to teach Jay how to use Streamlabs so we can get plugins to throw stuff at him during stream. Oh my gosh. Bully streams. Yeah, she is laughing. My job is done. Oh man. You guys are killing me. All of you. So here I'm mating now. I'll show you guys how to mate in Solidworks. It's not that kind of mating, all right? I'm just showing you how to insert put different surfaces together and oh my goodness, this is just oh my gosh. Biology with Jay. Well, when a fan loves a surface very much, you hit it gets coincident, aka it touches. So now this fan is coincident with this surface. I can't move it. So if I'm looking, actually no, oops, I just touched that component. Oh my goodness. So this fan is coincident with that surface. So now we're gonna do, I'm gonna make this concentric. So these circles are now concentric. So it moves into place. So it's concentric and it's flat. Now it will rotate on that hole. As you can see, it's rotating on that hole. So really what I need to do is I need to constrain two holes at the same time in order for this fan to be positioned properly. This is rotating on the whole distraction Saturday night. Oh my goodness. How are fans made? Except it's like with your fans. Look, Jay, you're trying too hard now. See, that's what happens. Try too hard, and it loses the magic. So there it is. Now it's fully constrained. And oops, did I just cancel those mates? No, it's fully defined. So this is fully defined in place, mounted on those holes, and this will then be used for that. So when you try too hard, everyone goes home frustrated. It's true. It's true. You just gotta go with it. Let it flow. Let it go. Let it go. The best is when you start singing Frozen. That's really the best way to do it. Yeah, so this is gonna sit like so. Try too hard or try too hard? Oh my gosh. I don't know. If you're trying too hard to try too hard, then yeah, Lil Alan has infected you with her movies. It's true. Little baby Alan. Alright, I think this will be it. But you're saying wait, Spinny, so I will wait until you've finished. You need to play bishop to f5. I don't even think... Actually, you know, I don't think you can do f... It's either... Wait. You can't do f5 or f6 with a bishop. Oh, knight to f6. Okay. I thought you were doing bishop to f5 or bishop to f6, and I'm like, you can't do that. Knight to f6? Alright. Try knight to f6. See what happens. Actually, Crescent's 1080 is a chess master. She knows. Alright. You're trying to get a mate here. I just showed you how to get 3 different mates. Right? With this only this fan. You said knight to f6. You literally did. It is literally written there. Well, you said, do I play bishop to f5? And then I skipped over knight, and I said, or to f6 in my head. Knight to f6. Let's see what happens. I'm very curious. The stream will not end. I just got checkmated. They castled? What? They castled your knight? It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. I'm sorry. I let you down. That fits in there nicely. Quite nicely in there, in fact. Poison pawn coming at me. You can't have poison pawns. That's not even a real thing. Bishop to f6 or bishop to g4? f6 and g4. Wait a second. f6 or g4. f6 or g4. f6 or g4. I say go g4. g4 will put, if the king is still in position and that pawn is moved out, it'll put the king in check. Actually. Actually. Is a play to open, to bait your opponent into taking your pawn. I didn't even know that. See, I don't know chess that well. I just know that I like to play. You only know because you watched Monk. don't ruin the magic. You knew because you're a chess master. All right, guys, this is so much fun, but it is 1 a.m. and I need to be a responsible parent. Because if I am dead tomorrow, I will not only have useless nipples, but I will have a useless entire body. Please do hit that like button. Yes, Sabrina will definitely... No, she won't blame you. She'll blame me. I am old. Stop making fun of me. Don't be so ageist. Your ageism hurts my face. But yeah, I think what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to set this up on the printer. I'm going to actually save this as an STL in my STL folder. Actually, you know what? I've got some good STL options here. Oh, are you gonna crash on me again? Nope. Okay. Every time it like starts sputtering, preparing data to preview. Okay. I am old, all right? I'm just old. No, Sabrina will not blame you. Keiko, Sabrina will blame me because it is my fault. Because I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna stream tonight. She's like, all right. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna stream tonight. Let's see how this goes. And yeah. Hey, Death, how's it going? I'm just about to finish for the night, but thank you for stopping by. My computer, why? Nope, preparing data. Actually, no, I'm gonna cancel that. Ooh, hello. Wait, is this saving? Oh my gosh, I'm saving the entire... No, I don't want to print this whole thing as an STL. I just turned it all into a vector. Or a mesh. Aw. No, but thanks for stopping in, though. I appreciate that. You're doing what for the night? I'm going to bed for the night. That's what I'm doing. Oh, no, I'm... Just update this. Come on. Wait. Why are you stuck as the STL mesh? Come on, you know? There we go. Back to viewing this as a proper piece. I'm gonna open this baby up. Why is everything looking like an STL now? Ah. Save as an STL in the STL models long side panel. Long side panel. There we go. What are we looking at here? How many bytes? 2.2 million. That's not terribly big. Good stuff. All right. So that is what I will do. Thank you, though, everybody, for stopping by. Please do hit that like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do. Maybe you'll get to see more of this wild action of me getting picked on and beaten up by my viewers. No, I'm just kidding. It was fun. It was fun. It was a lot of fun, Keiko and Spinner. Thank you so much. No, you guys were a blast. And you too, Death. Thank you, though, for stopping by. I really appreciate that. And maybe I'll see you in the next one. All right? I will not wear out your name, Spinne. But yes, thank you again, everyone. And I will see you later. Have a good one. And yeah. Good night.